Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some crazy news over here where one of the most, well, I mine has been one of my favorite Xbox games out there is now completely taking over PlayStation in both the best ways possible. We're also having a huge major change up too as well when it comes to a lot of big major canceled games that were supposed to be, in my honest opinion, some of the bigger and banging games out there. And well, we have now been seeing the game industry losing hundreds of millions of dollars, and due to that, a lot of big major games that were leaked out and talked about now being canceled. So we're going to talk about a lot of different random things throughout this video, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. We guys are having a fantastic weekend, and subscribe if you guys are new. We have all the second YouTube account down below. We're kind of slowly throwing in more videos on there and testing the waters of the algo, so subscribe if you guys want. We have the Twitters down below, Twitches down below, and let's dive on into it. So first and foremost, some kind of big news, like a lot of stuff over here when it comes in the Xbox end. So as you guys know, Xbox has been moving over pretty much their entire catalog over to PlayStation. It is what it is. Future games are now hearing rumors. It's kind of tied with the news too as well, that the next Fable is going to be actually a day one, potentially, a launch title on the PlayStation 5, which is leading a lot of people feeling astray. We've covered that on the channel a lot, where Xbox users kind of feel like they're just not getting the love and attention they deserve. But PlayStation users are happy, and a lot of you guys are also PlayStation people yourselves that are watching the channel. So I guess major shouts for us, I guess. So first and foremost, that's some big news. We're seeing a lot more, attention to detail in day one launch titles, and I'm very excited for Fable, and we'll actually probably hear more news about that. Although we also heard some rumors that Fable 6 will now be pushed back to 2026, which is a little bit of a low blow, but we just had Monster Hunter come on out, which I've really enjoyed. We've been playing Marvel Rivals. Like, I got stuff to kind of fill in the blank for myself. But one thing else that I would highly recommend almost all of you guys to, and also is one of the games that I'd probably say has some of the best soundtracks out there for like the indie vibe or whatever, is that Forza. One of the best games out there in the Xbox generation that came in a few months ago or a few years ago is now coming to PlayStation. And not only that, they're also getting some PS5 Pro support. So let's go first and talk about the PS5 Pro support side, which this is crazy. So we now have multiple instances that the PS5 Pro is better for Xbox games, if you're talking full-on console side. And that's crazy. Like, this truly is crazy to me. We've covered this news maybe in one or two separate games, but right now it does confirm that Forza will be the best way to play it on is on PlayStation. That was weird wording, sorry, but whatever. So basically, Forza Horizon 5 is now confirmed getting PS5 Pro support. So it will be released on April 29th with enhancements like ray tracing. So the game itself will be looking phenomenal on the PlayStation end. PS5 Pro offers performance on 60 FPS and quality 30 FPS, but with ray tracing and all the, the proper PSSR AI integrations and making the game run nicer, and then making it the most complete console experience. Now, obviously, PC will maybe be slightly better depending on your specs, but at the same time, the Pro is running good. So shout out to all the PlayStation users, and shout out to anyone who's been also picking up the Pros. We've been covering a lot of news as well, where Monster Hunter Wilds had a lot of issues when it came to the optimization and the game running well, and surprisingly, again, the PS5 Pro is probably the best way to go play Monster Hunter, which is also very surprising. Same with the PlayStation 5. A lot of people have enjoyed the experience on it. I myself did my playthrough on the PS5, even though I do have like a 3080 Ti in my PC and a relatively good and well-made PC build. So also fans are eagerly anticipating the Forza 5 debut on PS5, although there is no physical edition plan for the PlayStation, which is fine. That Xbox is kind of basically canceled out most physical, same with PlayStation depending on the game and title itself. So right now, Playground Games has confirmed that Forza 5 will support the PS5 Pro's hardware when the game is released. It's been a popular title on Xbox console since it first launched in 2021, and I've loved this game. This was one of my favorite games out there, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm always a big fan of arcadey racers, and this one was probably the best one we've had in a very long time, if not ever. And they usually do like a cycle off, they do like the Forza Horizon arcade, and then they do the like sim racing, which came out not too long ago, was okay. If they make a Forza Horizon 6, bro, I'm playing that for months. I love that stuff as well. But anyway, it will be coming on the PS5 on April 29th and bringing all previously released content, including over 900 cars and the upcoming Realm update. Also lead up to the release, where Playground Games have confirmed what upgrades the PS5 Pro owners are going to go and see. So the base PS5 version of the Forza 5 will have performance and quality modes, and the performance mode is set to run at 60 FPS, while the quality modes run at 30 with higher fidelity, looking nicer. The enhancements of the PS5 Pro will still retain those two modes. However, players will notice substantial boost depending on which option is selected. The performance mode will see an uplift in visual fidelity, while the quality mode adds ray tracing to car reflections. So basically just making the games look phenomenal. Like, it's just good lighting, good reflections. It's going to look great. As a comparison, the Xbox Series X has the same two options as the base PS5 model, meaning on paper, the PS5 Pro will also be the most complete experience out there. So just, it just looks nicer to have better shadows, better reflections, run nicer, run smoother, just better quality. So it's gonna be great for the PS5 Pro owners, but obviously Xbox users are gonna be upset about it. They do keep on getting the short end of the stick, and I do feel bad about them at the end of the day, but this just might be Xbox's decision. I'm not Xbox. I would never have probably done this for console exclusives, but Microsoft has a different idea all along. So it is what it is. But yeah, basically this game has been doing great so far. Right now, we can kind of go and tell that it's like the #1 right now on the pre-order list. This game, it was a good game. Like, I genuinely think you guys will like this game. This game was a phenomenal good game. But yeah, Forza, the Premium Edition, and all the standard editions are taking over the entire thing by storm. So yeah, I would say yes. Some people are saying the price is kind of high though, and I would agree because you can play it on Game Pass, but apparently that doesn't matter. Apparently people are still okay dropping $70 on a game, and we even saw that with Monster Hunter Wilds, but the game itself is just doing very, very, very well. But yeah, right now it is the #1 best-selling game out there, and the PS5 Pro is still getting major updates, and at this point, I keep on seeing like the value for the PS5 Pro is getting in better and better. Now, once GTA 6 comes out, I probably will be able to go and fully recommend getting a PS5 Pro. And we always have the links down below, and people are still buying those through the links. So thank you guys so much. But at the same exact time, like, it still does suck for the Xbox folks. So let me know if you guys are going to pick it up, if you guys are excited for it. I myself am. But one thing I'm not too excited on is the fact that we've had a lot of canceled games. #1 is we now have reports coming out that the Twisted Metal live service title was actually a battle royale. So it's kind of just a bunch of battle cars racing around as a BR. I could see it maybe being fun, but also maybe seeing it as one of those games that it's fun for maybe about like a week. And if it's free to play, maybe if I had to spend money on it, I think I probably would have ditched. And we know that PlayStation and these big game companies are slowly edging out of the live service. Although things like Marvel Rivals and Fortnite are still doing great, you just have to somehow captivate the audience to go and get it. But we did find out a while ago that this game was canceled before, previously known as Project Cooper, and well, it's now been mostly gone. I would have loved a brand new Twisted Metal game. I think it would have been great too as well. So it would have been a third-person mechanic, basically with vehicular combat too as well, to be the last one standing. I could see it being kind of fun, like a big ring, kind of like Destruction All-Stars, but just maybe a little bit more better with the brand name recognition of Twisted Metal. I think it would have worked out fine. It would have been also developed in Unreal Engine 5 too as well. You could earn things like credits to avoid elimination. Like, it seemed like a nifty idea too as well. But once again, we're seeing even more major games being canceled, and that's what kind of sucks. We also had a lot of layouts over here from Firespray, and that's what basically had Sony doing a major restructuring. We've seen like Bungie have layoffs and restructuring. We've seen like some studios shut down, like PlayStation London is completely gone on the VR department, and it just stinks because, well, we just spent so much money on games like Concord. Maybe there's like just a random weird bloat of like $1 billion or so that PlayStation's like, we got to compete with Xbox. Let's go funnel in a little bit more money, whether it's for things like The Last of Us multiplayer, the God of War multiplayer, Spider-Man multiplayer, things like bringing back old IPs like Twisted Metal, or trying to do new IPs like Concord. But at the same exact time, it's like, did it really work out so far? No. And I would have actually liked to have seen a lot of games come out. We even had them doing stuff like the TV show adaptation on Peacock. So like, you would think it would have been a good time, especially with how well The Last of Us was doing as well on HBO. But I guess it is what it is. But I mean, I wish I would be playing this. I would have at least checked it out, and I would have at least heard them out in the first place. Now, one of the more bigger news too as well throughout the week was in regards now to SS. I'm just gonna say that for YouTube, but basically this game was horrible. If you guys remember it coming out, it was initially delayed. No one really knew the vibe of the game. It wasn't really that fun, and it was an absolute flop. And then obviously that cost a lot of money. It's a big, you know, like superhero IP, and it cost them $200 million. And it was so damaging that they've now also canceled the somewhat recently leaked Monolith's Wonder Woman game. So that's why I want to keep, you know, trying to go and find new IPs and see if they would do well. And I would have been down to play a Wonder Woman game. But, well, that is not good. You know, they had success on other outside games in the industry, and it went well. But sadly, it just didn't go so good. But yeah, because the game itself flopped, and Multiverse too as well, flopped so poorly, they have now canceled the Wonder Woman game. And this is another one of those weird things where if it's already been in production for a while, why not like try to finish it? Why not just bump it on out? I mean, maybe if it just wasn't testing well, or maybe it wasn't vibing good, or they just didn't like it, sure. But if it's been in development for a few years, I mean, sometimes I'm in the mind like just let it cook. Although we could look at some of the games out here, and apparently that didn't even let them work in the first place. So I guess that's just what happens at the end of the day. But we have had now confirmations confirming that they had to cancel some of these IPs too as well. And it sucks. Like, we're just seeing a lot of canceled games everywhere, people being laid off, and it's never a good vibe, but at least PlayStation users are getting Forza. So give me your thoughts and comments and everything down below. So I do a nice little cozy video for you guys. Subscribe if you guys are new here, the second channel, the Twitters and Twitches all down below. And I appreciate y'all so much for watching here in the first place.